Good morning. Today we celebrate the memorial of St. Charles Borromeo, Bishop. And today we are going to meditate on the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke, chapter 14, verses 15 to 24. One of those at table with Jesus said to him, "Blessed he is the one who will dine in the kingdom of God." He replied to him, "A man gave a great dinner to which he invited many. When the time for the dinner came, he dispatched his servants to say to those invited, 'Come, everything is now ready.' But one by one they all began to excuse themselves. The first said to him, 'I have purchased a field and must go to examine it. I ask you, consider me excused.' And another said, 'I have purchased 5 yoke of oxen, and I am on my way to evaluate them. I ask you, consider me excused.' And another said, 'I have just married a woman, and therefore I cannot come.' The servant went and reported this to his master. Then the master of the house, in a strange commandment, his servant, 'Go out quickly into the streets and alleys of the town, and bring here the poor and the crippled, the blind and the lame.' The servant reported, 'Sir, your order has been carried out, and still there is room.' The master then ordered the servant, 'Go out to the highways and hedgerows, and make people come in that my home may be filled. For I tell you, none of those men who were invited will taste my dinner.'" The parable of the great banquet, where a man holds a feast, but the invited guests refuse to come with excuses about buying lands, oxen, and being newly married. The man then sends his servants to invite the poor, the crippled, the blind, and the lame instead, and later to compel others to come in so that his house is full. The parable concludes with the host stating that none of the original invitees will taste his banquet. What lesson do we learn from this parable of the great feast? Jesus is teaching us that just like that amazing party, we have also all been invited to an amazing party with God, and God has sent out his invitation to each of us to be with him and be a part of his kingdom. This gospel is all about an invitation. We are all called to a holiness of life, which means to the banquet feast in heaven. It is the whole purpose of our being on this earth, to do our best to work for holiness. We just celebrate all saints. Let us ask them to intercede for us. If they made it, we can as well. So do not give up. Keep working on your spiritual life, and we will get there. Day by day, do our best to work for holiness. So it's a little way, but we will get there. So have a blessed day.